Okay, Chris.
All right, good morning,
Let's
everyone.
see how you do.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Morning. Woo. How can you play this with no energy? You have to have energy to play. All right, this morning we're going to look at the Star Spangled Banner. We got to play some pep rally here in a couple of days.
Okay. I like your excitement. If you approach your classes like that, I think it's going to be great. I think the kids are going to love it.
Ready, go.
Okay, let me see what you asked them for. Just the first note, or did you ask for a tuning note?
First note, hold it.
Okay, first note.
Go.
This is so real. It's so real.
Try it again. First note. Ready, go. Here we go. Let's go straight through it and see what happens.
Okay, so Chris, what I would suggest in a situation like that, when it sounds so bad, find somebody that actually maybe has the best tone quality in the class, get them to play the note first so that the other kids can listen to it, and then have them to match it. Because really, each time you played it, the ones that sounded bad kept sounding bad, but at least that'll give them, something to listen to, and they can kind of try to tune in to that particular pitch.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Okay. Now, one thing you may want to keep in mind too, and this isn't written in stone, but a lot of times your horn section will be a little bit weaker than the rest of the kids because it just takes longer to develop on horn. So if you ever did have to write an arrangement, I would just be really careful about putting the melody, in the horn. Usually your clarinets and your trumpet players tend to develop pretty quick. So that's a pretty safe bet to have the majority of your melody in those particular instruments.
Well, let's look at a few things. Let me hear flute, clarinet, saxophone, horn, and trumpet. Basically this side. We hear this side of it. And bass drum. Percussion. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Okay, well, it sounds like the horns on melody harmony now.
All right. Now, any saxophone, make sure you keep your corners nice and firm, like a drawstring around your mouthpiece. Clarinet, make sure you kiss into the horn. Anytime you feel a note that's not coming out, just try to push more air. Push more air and not be so tight. Let me hear this side of the room now.
Okay. Now, you're giving good information about the clarinet and the saxophone. One thing that I would do, Chris, those are kind of canned phrases, you hear in class woodwinds or whatever of how to do it. Once you tell them, like a clarinet to hiss, then go up to the clarinet player and get them to play that note using that methodology that you just told them about, okay? Try to get some instant feedback and see if they are, if what you're saying is connecting with their brain to their embouchure, and that way you can make some instant progress. Now, you're leaving this side of the room and you're going over to the other side of the room, but I don't feel like we accomplished anything with that side of the room. It still sounds pretty bad. So don't be afraid to, at least get a couple of notes right before you move on. Otherwise you will just end up practicing bad habits over and over.
Side of the room. And percussion. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. trumpet sound out of the bass drum. Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's try some
Okay,
again.
excellent information for the bass drum. And then once you tell them to pull that sound out, then say, let me see you do that. You know, just make them do it for you so you know that they understand what you're talking about.
From the top again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2.
Okay, look at those kind of things, see if you can fix that posture.
Okay,
Chris, could you do me a favor?
Yes.
Let me see you spend a little bit of time with just the clarinet and saxophone. How you?
Okay, good. Let's see what you do on that.
let me get that first note in the first movement. First note. First note is the first full measure. So you should be on F. Yep. Ready? Go. There it is. Anytime you have anything that lower octave, just try and push more. If you honk it out, you just honk it out. Okay, you got to get used to how that feels to get that lower register. Here you go. Try it again. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All right. Make sure that you're not biting down on the breathing. I tell you that's weak. Make sure you're not biting down there. Clarinet, let me just hear you by yourself. And 1, ready, go. All right. Let's try that again. Play the first note for me. Play the first note for me.
There you go. Now this is good. Break it down to just one note. See if they can just get one note at a time if you have to.
Okay, make sure that you have a nice little finger breathe out of the hole. Finger out of the hole. You're gonna try it again? Ready? Yeah. There it is. Alright, clarinet saxophone. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to play. Don't be afraid to just honk it out there. You have to have that feeling. And then once you get used to how it feels, then you can bring it back a little bit. Does that make sense? All right, here we go. Everybody, one last time.
Okay. Yeah, I think that kind of breaking it down will do you more good than anything. And as you continued on, you seem to start to break it down once I ask you to, but don't be afraid to go up and just have one kid play one note at a time, or, you know, when you're working with the woodwinds, it may be, you know, in this situation, it may be where you can only take one note at a time to get everybody to learn what that note sounds like, get them to produce that sound, then go on to the next note. It's a long, tedious process, and it really, it's very different from what you're used to in college because we don't have to break things down like that. But that may be something you want to think about when you're in this type of situation, especially leading into your student teaching and everything, okay? I hope you find this helpful, Chris, and I look forward to the next assignment.